All right, here comes another Fox News alert because his ship has come in, well, almost. We await the arrival of the accused Benghazi terror suspect. A senior U.S. official tells Fox that Ahmed Abu Khatallah is due in D.C. in a matter of days. His ship has been on its way across the ocean for about 11 days now. He will face murder charges in a federal court. Been a lot of controversy about that. And the crime that he's accused of course, is the September 11th, 2012 attack that took the lives of 4 Americans in the blaze that was a consulate in Benghazi. Included that night in those lost, Ambassador Chris Stevens. Adam Housley is live in Los Angeles. So, Adam, the tide is turning in this investigation. Now there is a person who will be charged. It is Khatallah. Is he really believed to be the mastermind, though, behind this night?
Well, it really depends who you talk to, Martha. When you talk to the administration, they've touted this as being a big get for them, as being a big win for them as well. But when you talk to those who have direct knowledge of this ongoing investigation from the very early days, they'll tell you that Khatallah really wasn't that big of a deal at all. In fact, they'll tell you that 21 months after this attack that killed Ambassador Stevens and 3 other Americans, if Khatallah is the only one they have, then it's been a loss for the United States. Now, despite the president's promise to stay focused on hunting down those responsible for the 2012 attack, and despite this recent arrest as a major takedown, sources say little's been done to arrest others responsible, more powerful subjects, and actionable intelligence on these suspects at times has been completely ignored or held. Now, according to multiple sources on the ground, including some with direct knowledge of the operations to identify and hunt the Benghazi suspects, the recent capture of Ahmed Abu Khatallah was an easy one. One of them telling us, quote, "He was low-hanging fruit. We could have picked him up months and months ago. There was no change or urgency to do this now." Martha, these men and women who are on the ground, who've been there really since the beginning, or at least have direct knowledge of the hunt since the beginning, really don't get political. But with this arrest, there's been several that have told us, you know what, this really does smell of politics, Martha.
Yeah, it's fascinating, because as you say, he was out there and seemed to be fairly accessible for some time. So there's a certain irony in that. And now we're being told that he was the ringleader, that he's the big fish behind the whole thing. If that were the case, you would have imagined that they would have picked him up quite some time ago. So in terms of the other people who are out there, are they still at large, and do we have any good leads on them?
Yeah, I haven't met one person, Martha, that involved in this investigation and will say Khatallah was the big fish. They'll tell you that he was involved. He knew different people. He obviously was connected, they believe, to al-Qaeda as well as Ansar al-Sharia. Both groups took part in the attack, but they will never say Khatallah was the mastermind. What they will tell you is that there's a target list. The U.S. has a target list composed of 4 groups. And in those 4 groups are split up in different, obviously in different areas. We don't want to give those actual groups out to the bad guys who might be watching this. But they will tell you that these 4 groups have been identified, have been known about, have been followed. Actionable intelligence has been out there for months and months, and nothing has been done. They want to know why some of these main suspects have not been picked up. And they also want to know why there haven't been harder questions asked about the landlord that had the U.S. Both U.S. facilities. He is somebody that some of these men believe is much more involved than it's been let on. And as you know, Martha, again, this investigation still is going on, but a lot of these men that are under investigation, a lot of these suspects have been out there, and we've known where they are, and yet they have not been picked up. And the only person we have right now, really, is Khatallah.
I guess the proof will be in how vociferously he's questioned and whether or not this starts a tumble that leads to some of these other people, because the pressure is on now for that to happen with this arrest. We'll see if it indeed does. Adam, thank you so much.
And Martha,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Martha, we've known where some of these guys are. We had actionable intelligence January after the attack. We had audio and visual on these guys and did not go after him. And one hunt person, I won't try to give up who he works for, told me he had eyes on who he believes is the mastermind and was told to no go.
Incredible. Adam, thank you very much. Great reporting.